Hey guys, this is Burntlumpia,
This is Rosethorn Mage.
and we're here today to do a playthrough of Cana, Bridge of Spirits. Ooh, here we go, let's just get right into it. I've played a little bit of this already to get kind of used to the controls and stuff. And when you do it on this spirit guide mode, which really the difference is how the rot abilities recharge. So in the story mode, it says the rot abilities recharge passively and when taking damage. In spirit guide is when you're taking damage, and then in expert spirit guide it's when you're dealing damage. So it's a
So
little bit different.
I barely know anything about this game. The only thing I do know is rot are the little black guys that are super cute looking.
Yeah, you'll see them right at the beginning.
Unique wooden masks are carved to honor the dead. Placed in sacred shrines, these masks gradually return to dust, symbolizing the spirit's peaceful journey into the next life. Not all spirits can travel with this path alone. Struggling with tragedies of their past, they linger and become dangerous. Masters called upon to help these trapped and violent manifestations are known as spirit guides.
But anyways, that's Cana, and she is the daughter of a spirit guide. And you learn that throughout the story. I thought a lot about the beginning and how it made me think of playing The Breath of the Wild.
Like Zelda?
Zelda.
Oh,
Zelda, The
okay.
Breath of the Wild, because it kind of starts in a cave and you have these kind of glowy blue things everywhere.
Interesting.
So the pulse, you can see the ripples coming from all the crystals. So if you pulse, you activate the crystals, and they can ripple to other crystals or ripple to different things. So in this cave, all of the braziers light on fire. So if they ripple together, you can make lights
What
in
was that?
caves. The spirit. There's a spirit. So also this beginning part made me think of in Raya and the Last Dragon. That's one of the last Disney movies that came out recently, right? But in the beginning of that movie, they're doing this kind of training thing, right?
I don't
So
remember enough about the beginning of that movie.
at the beginning, she's fighting her father, which is very similar to this. Like, Kana's father is also a spirit guide, and in Raya, they're a guardian to a specific thing, and they're kind of doing a test to see if she can do it too. So this just reminded me, because the test had to do with protecting a crystal, and it's inside a cave and everything like that. So it looks very similar and just makes me reminiscent of that part of the movie. So obviously she's a spirit guide, so she comes into contact with a lot of spirits.
Is that her father?
No.
Oh, because I was going to say if it was her father, it'd make more sense like Raya.
I sense suffering here, spirit.
It's not a
Do you
spirit.
need help?
It's not glowing like everyone else.
You know nothing.
I don't know what that staff is for. That one that was on the ground. It's very mysterious.
This
I don't
is
know.
my home. My village.
Wait, why isn't he glowing glowy like blue glowy like the
Turn
other spirits?
back.
I'm not 100% sure, but not all of the spirits look like that. So it's R1 to do a light attack, L2 or R2 to do a heavy attack. And I like, one of my favorite things on PlayStation 5 is the haptic triggers. So if you use the heavy attack, there is a little bit of a give. You have to overcome a little bit of pressure to actually push the trigger down, which I like. Circle to dodge. You can charge the heavy attacks. So when they're fully charged, there's that little glow effect for fully charged, and it does quite a bit more damage. So this room, in this room, this is what made me think of it, because it was about fighting in this kind of circular area. But that's basically it. Not too much after that.
Yeah.
So this is a good example of how pulsing with the crystals can solve puzzles. So in this puzzle, you pulse this crystal, which pulses all the way to this side of the gate. So it turns on the left side.
So there's another crystal you
There's
gotta
another
pulse
one
next to get the other side.
on
Yeah,
this side.
yeah. Pretty basic.
Yeah, so it's beautiful. And I do like the art style. The next portion of the game is kind of a good entryway into how the game will look. Not that this beginning part isn't a good
How
one,
did
but
you know to go back to the middle there?
oh, so they animated it so it kind of pointed you to the middle. Besides the fact that I already played this portion of the game, but when it lit up all of the other symbols, the camera kind of turned and looked at the center.
Oh, I
So
thought it
it's
was
kinda
just like
weird.
centering itself to be like, hey, you're back to the beginning again.
Plus this you can hear it, right? It's like depressing and going in, kind of hinting
Yeah, I guess
to
that's
to
true.
something there. But this next part really shows. I think right now it's like the biggest contrast that you'll see in lighting. So this little staircase, but it is just so beautiful and it looks very real and luscious. You can see all
Luscious,
the
that's a fun
like,
word.
that there are these
I know, but it's just such
really
a like a
sparrows.
not word I associate with video games.
Oh.
Luscious video
And
game.
then also this bright light coming out of the cave is also very reminiscent to when you exit the first cave in Breath of the Wild, and it does the same thing. You know, it comes
Yeah.
out.
Like,
and-
look at all this wilderness.
Yeah, I do like this.
I mean, it is very
touch.
pretty.
Like, what does this look like to you?
Like a dead elk.
Yeah, it looks like an animal. It's not a little animal, a big animal. But it's so crazy to imagine that somebody had to create all of these assets and put them together to.
That's true.
There's so much in here.
Like making all the textures and layering it all, and it's very pretty.
I see those two were spirits too, but they also look very solid, right? So I think a lot of it just depends on what type of spirit you're really looking at to tell you if they will look solid or you know, more.
Oh, so they don't have like a
more
set look.
Translucent.
I saw him here somewhere.
Like the beads in that one's hair.
Where did he go?
I don't think they ever say, but I'm hoping that they are twins.
It's cute.
Go, buddy, go.
This could just be a Disney movie too, right?
Like a Disney Pixar, like,
Yeah,
oh,
you could do a Disney Pixar movie of just this.
just cute things in the forest. Hi there. Their eyes are so big.
Look, he's got a wooden mask.
Yeah. That's the other thing I was noticing. There's a lot of sculpture in this, like stone sculptures, and like wooden, like icons or whatever.
And here's what you're talking about. These are the rot spirits.
Well, the only reason I mentioned them was because you said the rot abilities, and I'm like, that sounds sort of gross. Rotting
yeah.
abilities. Until like you know that these are the rots, it just sounds like
They
it'd be
don't
gory instead of cute.
They don't go very much into detail about them being rot, except that they, as far as I can tell so far, they produce mushrooms whenever you find them.
Helping it decompose then.
Yeah, something like that.
That's cute.
Then I've gone through
What's up with
a
her?
small portion of the game, and they haven't explained what that is either. So I don't know what that is.
So it might develop
But
later.
it could be, you know, related to Tony Stark and his Iron Man armor.
No.
She might have some kind of disease that can be cured with probably palladium.
That's silly.
Anyway, so that's a rot spirit. So we're gonna be collecting those rot spirits within the
Oh.
game.
So I just noticed the find more rocks in the area thing. Is it gonna just tell you the next like quest, quote unquote, on the side there?
It does
Just like
kind
the
of give
next
you
objective is gonna show up on the side.
they will give you kind of a quest every time you need to do something, and you can refer back to it and stuff.
There she is.
Oh, were they playing with another rat? I wish it wasn't called a rot. I keep like thinking rot, and I'm like, ugh. But they're so cute compared to their names. Oh, more mushrooms. They just showed up. That
Can we
was-
even get into the menu yet?
Can you interact with like other parts of your surrounding other than pulsing?
You will be able to later. So
Just
when
not
you
yet.
get more rot, you have rot abilities that you can use, and that will help you do that. Oh, see, I didn't mention it, but see, there was a puddle on the ground, and that's how we found the rot. But when you found him, these purple mushrooms pop up, and that's the only thing I can see that they're actually doing with rot. Nothing decays or anything like that, but
Just gross mushrooms.
yeah, they grow mushrooms, which
That's
I guess is a
funny.
form of rot. So usually when you're looking for rot spirits, you're looking for something that's glowing purple. That
Oh.
shrine is glowing purple with the butterflies. I think I noticed that there's a little DLC you can buy that gives you some aesthetic stuff to do with them, because all of the rot spirits that I'm playing with in my playthroughs, they're all just black. They all look the same, except that you can give them little hats to wear.
But yeah, apparently the DLC you get a gold one.
Yeah, you can get a skin for him. Oh, look, there's the mushroom. There you go. But aside from I do like almost every aspect of this game. I like
Run quick.
the visuals of it, the art style. I very much like cute chibi things anyways in the first place.
That's like the number one reason I was interested in this game. I just wanted to watch him play because of all the aesthetic in here. Because it's got like so much texture and background, and characters are so cute.
Yeah, I do like a simple feel also. Like there are a lot of textures, but the ideas of almost everything is very simple. Like yes, there are a lot of trees and stuff, but they're not super highly detailed trees. There's just kind of like a lot of it.
Well, there's a lot of texture to
There's
it.
a lot of
though.
texture
It's
to it,
just
but
not.
the idea of it is
yeah.
very simple. Like this rock here could have like a billion cracks on it to make it more detailed, but there's a few cracks. There's the simple idea of it, but
Oh.
it is very nice looking and detailed enough to say that it is detailed. Or if you think about how the character designs are, it's very detailed, yeah, and it's made very well, but the ideas of her costume and stuff are very
Oh,
simple.
no, I get that. So I was gonna say I like a lot of like historical costuming stuff, and it sort of makes me think of this idea of like you can have a very textured fabric, but if the dress cut is simple, it looks simple, even though the texture in the fabric makes it look a lot fancier than it is. And that's kind of what it sounds like. Like you're like, oh, like the shapes are simple, the ideas are simple, but the texture makes it look so much nicer.
Here's a good detail too, like when you run into water, you can see already the fabric on her clothes become dark, and parts of her body look like they're wet, and it lasts for a little while. So it's a very nice detail. It's a simple idea, but it's very detailed. Ta-da! That's the fifth spirit, so they're going to teach us about interacting with them and the rot actions. Your team of companions has grown, and you now have one rot action available. Press square to send the rot onto objects in the environment. Collect rot to level up and gain more rot actions. So, they didn't say it right away this time. The last time I collected from the beginning, I got the first 5. They explain about interacting with them, so I'll show you here if I can. Just to do it in the sunlight. So if you press the right... Oh, you can't do it yet. Okay, I'll just wait then.
What?
I'll tell you when it happens.
Okay.
So right now now you can send them to these dead zone hearts. I can't remember what they're called. And then you pulse on them.
Oh, whoa, that was a little scary. Wanna pause?
Wait, why don't you take over for a little bit? Try it out.
Okay.
I will be back in a second.
Picking up the controller here. I actually don't really know the controls yet, so I'm just gonna look around the world and so just guess look and comment on the graphics. Huh. Like, I don't really know enough about this game to know if this is just like a graphic for a map or if it's supposed to be just texture or some kind of carving just for helping develop this world. Oh, that one's yawning. That was cute. One of the rots just yawned. It was adorable. Let's see if we can find out some more, huh? Because there's like all these carvings into the stones. Like these, I think they're lanterns maybe? These rock piles and fountains. All these different plants. Little flowers. But yeah, like, it looks like there's some repeating patterns. Like, this is the same as the one we looked at last. I'm kind of curious if they're supposed to be different things. Like, maybe the swirl is wind or smoke or clouds. I have no idea. Is that a plant that's glowing? That's kind of cool. But this is just me going to different places than other people, I guess. I'm not much of a gamer. So, like, looking at the flags in the trees and... Whoa, am I just falling off? Maybe I shouldn't fall off there. I don't know how good, like, health for jumping is. I'm kind of afraid to jump down things and die. Because I have no idea. But like seeing like the flags in the trees and the carvings on the stuff, it sort of makes you wonder what kind of civilizations are in this kind of thing, or if there's any like traditions other than, or just spirit guides. I have no idea. What is this one? Wood carving? That's where the mushrooms came out, right? Yep, that's where the mushrooms were. Can we swim? Too shallow to swim. No idea. What else do we got around here? A lot of this stuff, like if I found this kind of thing in real life, I'd want to just hang out in a park like this all day. Go check everything out. Huh. I was just wondering how many people, leave in the comments below, if you would be interested in having a park like this that's like based on a video game but very nature bound. Like, would that be interesting to you, or would you think that's just a waste of park space? And if it is interesting to you, why is it interesting? Nope, can't get up there, I guess. Either I'm just really bad at it. Watch. Bird's gonna come back, and he's gonna jump on that thing and go across that log like it's nothing. Because I'm not good at that. What's in here? Alright, Burnt's back, so I'm gonna give him the controls.
Did you learn anything? Sorry, I should have actually just explained how to play. I mean, I was just reading what it was telling me, but you can, like, the left stick is moving, the right stick is camera, right?
Obviously.
We know L is pulse, R is attacking, R2 is a heavy attack, X is to jump.
And just like I said.
Double jump. You were just saying exactly all this stuff.
No,
Circle
I
was
just
to-
said that I can't do all this video game stuff, but you're gonna come back and immediately go across that log like it's nothing, and you did.
Oh. I am gonna kind of speed through this area a little bit because I've done it already, and I'm sure a lot of people can find a different video to watch people do this more detailed. Yeah, I mean, other things you like about this game that you've noticed so far?
Oh,
So we talked about art already and
Yeah.
the aesthetic.
well, I was talking about it a little bit while you were gone, but
Yeah, what'd you say?
I'm just repeating then.
Okay, don't repeat it, sorry. The combat is very fluid. It's one of those, it's very simple. There's not that many button presses to do or to learn. So it can be very fluid and feel very smooth. Or to bind, you got
Do
it.
you find the instructions on the right sort of in your way, or do you find it like nice to have it on the side like that?
When they're giving me the tutorial,
Like just whenever they put instructions
down
on the
there.
side.
like it said to
Like-
use rot there.
No, like where it has like half of the, not half, like a third of the screen.
Oh
has
yeah,
got some
so when
other
they're
thing
giving
on
me
it.
the tutorial, I like it only the first time I read it. So it's nice that they will stop the game and
Right.
teach you. Because sometimes when you're playing a game, they won't stop. They're just going to tell you what it is, and then you have to do it right away. And I was like, well, I'm trying to focus, but you're also attacking me.
Yeah.
Because when they taught you to attack there, they said it on the bottom. It was a little different than having a whole sleeve of text.
Mm-hmm.
It said it on the bottom, press R1 and R2. But then also the game was paused. It was stopping for you to be able to read it,
Which is nice.
which is nice. There are a lot of contextual prompts, which is nice for learning, but eventually you don't really need it. So that thing said that these guys are very strong and they can lift things, and you can tell them to pick it up by interacting with it with square. And then when you want them to move it to a certain place, you hold L2, which is the aiming button, and then press square at wherever the symbol is.
For 2 seconds, I thought they were gonna squish him with the rock.
I thought
Then he went on top, and it was
the first time I
okay.
played it, I thought they were underneath it, moving it around, but they're actually just circling around it.
Yeah, like they're each holding a corner.
Yeah,
Kind of thing.
which is kind of, to me, seems kind of funny.
Did that just grow?
These little fruits, if you pulse them, they make the fruit, and then they will eat it,
Weird.
and they give you, I think it's called karma. The experience points is called karma,
Huh.
which you use to spend. We'll see that later. You use it to spend to upgrade your abilities.
Weird.
I do like also the what's the word I want? It's the feeling of the game while you're kind of exploring and traveling around. It's very peaceful, and it does invoke that you are actually walking around kind of a forest, or if you think of if you're walking the trails or something, or a national park.
One of the things I mentioned while you were on the phone was, like, would you want a park that was completely based off a video game like this? Like, would you want to be like just 1-to-1 copy this video game setting and put it in a national park or a public park?
Oh, yeah, I mean, if it
Would
if
you
it
want
was
that?
for the idea of creating whole large areas of it, if it is like a forest or something very natural, it
Oh, that's creepy.
kind of feels more appealing to me to do that, as opposed to if
Let me help
you
you.
looked at maybe
I can heal
Disney,
these
like a
spirits and
Disney
restore
park. They
balance to
do
the
make that,
forest.
but it's a lot more. There are more artificial
I
things
know
within
your
it that don't
kind.
really help
You sense the power
making
that
nature
flows
and stuff
through
like
this
that.
land.
Yeah, they do like, oh, it's a plastic
know
tree.
who
And I'm
you
like,
Yeah.
just a real tree, please.
So if you think of if you went on the Jungle Cruise, there's a lot of vegetation and stuff, but it doesn't really benefit after the fact to make that jungle there. It's just for that.
Dead.
But if you had something that was
It's like it's
made,
filler.
that was made, if you,
All that
let's say,
remains here.
made a park that was just that beginning section of this force in this game, then that probably would be a little bit better, because the things will actually grow and expand and stuff.
You
I
are the
would
one
assume.
who does not
That's my
belong.
thought of if you wanted to make
How
a
will
park
ever
or an attraction.
Abandon my people.
Did you say something that you would like? No. I do always think of I want them to recreate villages or towns from Final Fantasy games.
That'd be cool too. I don't know. There's a lot of
Old
these
L1
like
to
nature
shoot.
ones that I don't feel like. There's no good nature ones that they have, in my opinion, that I've seen personally. Not even that I've seen personally. I just haven't heard of one where it actually is like a nature one, not just like artificial buildings or whatever.
Almost got it. Hold on. Here we go.
Wait.
Oh, that was the best. Because I fought that guy. I've done this part maybe 3 different times, and that was the best one I've ever done.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't get hit or anything. Ran out of shield, which if your shield gets hit a bunch of times, the lower bar in your HUD display, the top bar is your health and the lower bar is your shield. So if you use your shield too much, it will just not be there for a little bit until it recharges. Oh, look at you guys.
I like how you can sort of see like a fur texture on them. When it's close, you can't really see it now, but for this close-up
You can
views,
come out.
I do wish there were
It's
just
safe now.
more variations of them.
Look, Saya, she cleared away the
Because these guys, to me, are the equivalent of Koroks, or the Koroks are from Breath of the Wild, I think, right? They call them Koroks, I think. They're the little spirits you find everywhere.
Oh,
Those are guys.
the
Those
ones in,
guys
like, the
are.
leaf masks.
Yeah, they have like leaf mask or something.
Don't
Yeah,
worry
yeah.
about us. We've been here a long
but
time and take care of
In
ourselves.
mythology, right,
I
there
can
are
see that.
things that are
You
force
both look
spirits like
very
that.
strong.
So if you watch
Do
the
you know who
Ghibli
that spirit
movie
was with the horn of
Nausicaa,
We
not
know,
Nausicaa,
but when he shows up,
not
That's
Nausicaa,
Mononoke
yeah,
Hime.
yeah, Princess Mononoke. They
Hey,
have.
what
Are they called
you
Koroks
doing
too?
here in the forest?
I don't remember.
I
the
forget.
problem.
I'll have to look that
I'm
up later.
searching
But
for the sacred
they
mountain
have the
shrine.
force spirits that sit
Can you
around
take me
everywhere,
there?
and they have a little
The
bit of
clacky
variation
heads.
too. Yeah.
Mhm.
If you want to get to the mountain shrine, you have to help us with something first.
Did I miss any story plot? Because we were talking.
Probably. I know
Oh,
she's telling
she's
them
talking to
that
them.
she's looking
Our brother
for a way
Charles
to get to
travels
the
deep in the forest. We need you to
spirit shrine or the
Mm.
forest shrine, and obviously right now
Great
they're
idea,
saying
Saya.
help
That'll be
us first
easy
and
for
we'll
her.
help you.
Did you see what she did to that stick guy? Help us free Charles and we'll take you to the mountain shrine.
Mountain shrine.
Their voices are not what I was expecting. I was expecting younger sounding.
Come on, our village is this way.
They sound like they're like 8 or 9. At the like youngest.
Yeah. But they look like they're.
Like 5?
I suppose so. Their size and stature make me think that. Oh, here's another Breath of the Wild feeling thing where they just open up the whole world to you.
Yeah. I like his little like bark horns.
Kane, Bridge of Spirits.
That is cute.
I think they don't say her name until a little bit, like maybe 10 minutes later from here. But I was like when I looked up the game and I thought I wanted to buy it, I was always pronouncing it Kenna. But it's pronounced Kana in here, just so everybody knows. Anyways, I think I didn't
mean-
see them say how to do it, but you can. It's letting me do it now, but I don't remember them explaining it, how to interact with them. So you can just do these kind of fun little things
Screenshot.
with them. So the kiss, dance, and sneeze refer to what the little one is going to do, and all of them will just kind of react to it. Usually when I'm recording my playthrough, I will stop here to mark that I want to break up my video here. So we will break up this video now, which is fine, right?
Wait, Like you'll have them dance or something to
Yeah,
end?
yeah.
Or
Because I will play for maybe an hour, and it takes me 20 minutes or so to get through each section. So
Right.
every 20 minutes or so, if whenever I get to a good stopping place, I will do this. And in the video, because it's just going to continue on, it just the marker that tells me, oh, I'm going to stop in my editing and chop this off.
Huh, that
You
makes
know,
sense.
this is going to be the 1 20-minute segment.
Why is it slowly zooming in?
I was just doing that. But here, let's do. Which one do you want to do?
Let's
Kiss, dance,
dance.
or sneeze? You want to do dance? Let me turn it so they can look at them guys too.
Does she have to stay in the middle?
Oh, that's what he does.
It's funny.
Anyways, any last thoughts about this game? To me, it's very fun. I didn't even really mind replaying a lot of this stuff. It's very relaxing, I think.
I just enjoy watching this. Like, I'm probably not going to play so much because I'm not so good at platforming games or RPG games, but I do enjoy looking at this game. It is very pretty.
Anyways, I do already have a bunch of playthrough recording of this, which I will edit later. So probably the next time that I talk with you about this game,
Be
within
much
the game's
farther.
time, the time of the game will be much further along.
Yeah, that's fine.
So I hope you did enjoy. Well, you said you enjoyed watching it, so I hope you will continue to enjoy watching me play this game, and I hope that this will have a very happy ending. Actually, I like things that have a happy ending.
Yeah. It's too bad you can't make them wave goodbye.
Let's give some hearts here. If you do kiss, they do little hearts. Okay, thanks for joining us on this little video. We will see you guys on the next one. All right.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, bye. Wait, bye. Bye. Bye-bye.